Sorry about that. Great morning. Great morning, everyone. What's going on? This is Jordan with Conquer Trading and Investing. Wherever you are in the world today, I love that comment. It feels like home. Absolutely, I concur. I love being here with you all, and I'm grateful for it. By the way, tomorrow, Thanksgiving in the U.S. I'll be here in the morning. We'll see how long the session is. I don't care. It depends on what's going on in the markets. But no matter what, I'll be here to check in with the charts, to check in with all of you and anyone that can make it. It'll be a pleasure to spend that time with you. Listen, before we get going today, a couple of things. Bitcoin, right, is very close to all-time highs over here. You can see what's happening right now. You can see that we have a conquering the markets all day long, right? There's that broken. Here's the resistance, right? Broke above the resistance. What resistance am I looking at over here? You can see that trend line. We've looked at it before, right? Look at this. And then look today, we are coming up there. It's holding. We're resuming off of it. Now, this blue box over here, by the way, this is the hot zone. I'm looking for, and started at 18,000. I'm looking for a reversal, the first pullback to occur at some point, any point right now. So right now, this is holding though, right? I can't fight the tape. The Jesse Livermore, reminiscences of a stock operator. I can't fight the tape. That's what's happening right now. Nevertheless, I feel pretty calm, pretty collected, and I'm just waiting for it to happen. And I'm not in that camp that this time is different. It's going to happen. Good news over here. Here's some price quotes from different brokers of the all-time highs. We have Gemini almost $1 under 20,000. Coinbase at 19,891. Where is Bitstamp over here? 19,600. Interesting to see. Exciting news to share with all of you. I'm very excited about it. I went ahead. If you're not familiar with VJ, VJ's over here, right? VJ's a really good guy. He wrote the bullish case for Bitcoin. Here's the link on Medium. Look, I reached out to him and I was like, look, early in 2021, I would like to start having some conversations and doing select interviews. I would be honored when that happens if you'd be my first guest. Really looking forward to that. If you have a second, and you could just show VJ our appreciation and hit the like on that, I would really appreciate that. Something I'm looking forward to doing in 2021 is every once in a while having an interview on this channel with some people that I look up to, that I admire in finance, and really being able to ask them some Jordan questions and having some Jordan discussions. So we got the YouTube was hacked. It's so hard to keep up with the spammers. It's absolutely ridiculous. Thank you for letting me know. I'll have to find out what's going on over there and why we get into this right now. Let me see what's going on, because that's not okay. I don't want anyone getting scammed. I will never reach out to you, by the way, on a YouTube comment or by email saying, here we go, I got him. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that, my brother. South Africa, what's going on? Mohammed, thank you, my brother. Greatly appreciated. I got him banned. That's all good. And now we could go over here. Let's start over with the indexes. I got it. Shane, thanks for that. I just hit him from the channel. And I'll take a little bit look later and try to delete if anything is still left up. But that user is now hidden. And I will never, ever, ever, ever. You guys all know me. You all know how my whole linguistics, how I would respond to you. I'm not going to send you my WhatsApp number. I'm not going to ask you for an investment. I'm not going to whatever. It's the internet. Everyone be careful. Yep, that's right, Simon. So definitely, I saw that. Twitter, I saw that. Twitter needs an edit button, right? But I guess that's the whole thing about Twitter, the fact that it doesn't. I saw that. I apologize for that, you know? So here we go. Let's start over here at the S&P 500. By the way, we had initial jobless claims 2 weeks in a row. We're seeing numbers rising. Does that equal more stimulus? I don't know. You know, I guess it depends on who wins Georgia at this point. It also depends on what they want to do. I don't know what they want to do. Do you all know what they want to do? I don't know. Seems like the Great Reset is in motion. For that to happen, they need a lot more pain. Markets keep rising, though, because what? Global liquidity is rising. QE is asset inflationary. Stocks go up. All right. Is Janet Yellen good or bad for Bitcoin? I mean, Janet Yellen, first of all, if y'all remember, was a terrible, horrific Fed chairman, right? There's going to be 4 years of retweets coming out from everyone who during her tenure was tweeting out about everything going on. Janet Yellen, by the way, is the one who said in her lifetime there will never be a crisis. What the heck just happened in February, March 2020? That was not only her lifetime, that was just like a few years later, right? So Janet Yellen, yay, Fed should buy stocks. So here we go. This is TradingView. This is TradingView charting platform. It is the best charting platform on the internet. Let's see what's going on over here. All right, we got the S&P 500 breaking out from this consolidation. Everyone is the aggressive ones. You took this trade right over here, and a lot of you did, right? Now, I'm watching and waiting over here as we're having our first pullback. I'm looking for the retest. Look over here. Right now, we're into a little bit of local support from right over there, right? Resuming off there would be incredibly bullish. Not only that, at this point, also a retest back into that area would also be really bullish if it helped. By the way, of course, that meant probably 3/4 of you right now have the whole mindset that, listen, tomorrow's Thanksgiving in the US. You're not looking to put on any trades. That's fantastic. That's awesome. Me, myself, if the right opportunity presents itself, I have no problem initiating a trade, even though tomorrow in the U.S. is Thanksgiving. You know, Americans, God bless them, we love, you know, we tend to be a little bit of, let's say, centric focused. But it's a big world out there. We're dealing with the FX markets. You know, even on the indices here, it's not like I'm going into a weekend where I'm going to have a lot could happen. I'm still open if the trade presents itself. All right. But those that are not, you're doing the right thing. Let's check out the Nasdaq over here. Nasdaq also, we got the breakout right now, right? Beautiful, waiting and trying to come in for a retest. We've already made a lower high, extremely bullish. What? How could price drop and be bullish? That's what we want to see after a breakout. This is coming in now for the retest. All right. So wait and watch what's happening. It all looks entirely good. We don't want everything to go straight. This does not look good. This is the one thing that has me concerned, is the Russell. Now the Russell, you could see, just put in some pretty hyperactive last couple of trading sessions. That's 5%. All right, that's a big deal. So actually, if it came back down and tested this little bit of support over here, that would be healthy. And if the Nasdaq, S&P got to run, why that happens, we like to see, like, you know, that flow. It happens in crypto a lot. However, if we break down over here, this is the canary in the coal mine over here. If we see this, this is not, this could break down at any moment, right? You all see it. If we break down over here, that will be the canary in the coal mine. Watch out for that. All right, watch out for that. What about the Dow? Let's make sure we have a good feel for it. This looks so good over here. You see that? We're coming back in right now after making a new all-time high and just simply coming back in so far, holding that area of local broken resistance as support. So the indexes all look fantastic. John Madden. Ooh, I used to love Madden football. One of my favorite video games ever. Madden football. Do I look at moving averages? Why not? I don't ever look at moving averages. If you ever noticed, if you do look at moving averages, by the way, you know, like you could be like, well, Jordan, a lot of traders focus on moving averages. Why don't you? Well, I don't ever want to be a part of the herd. You know, I'm like, if I see a line of people, I walk the other direction. I don't ever want to be a part of the herd. But moving averages are just like, you know, they don't really serve such a good purpose, do they? What purpose do they serve, right? Did you ever see price stop at the 50-day moving average? Or does it usually burst down below and then come back up, right? They're just guides for people to see which way the market's trending. I could do that just looking at the chart. Ask your 5-year-old, hey, is that chart going up or down? Dad, that chart's going up. Yeah, I don't need the moving averages for that. But listen, the best way to trade the market is simply off of support and resistance, off of price alone. It's the single best way to trade the market. So that's why I focus on that. You know, the market, by the way, that for sure, the market, by the way, you have a trillion different variables you could consider and use. You know, a huge edge. By the way, why don't I have real-time data over here? I have TradingView Premium. I should write them a ticket. All right. There we go. Millions of people also trade. The stock market's a tiny market. The stock market's a tiny market. What's the turnover in the stock market a day? I don't know what it is. Is it like 5 billion? What is the turnover in the stock market? It's a tiny market. What's the turnover in the FX market a day? Plus $4 trillion. Public markets are very tiny. Very tiny. Yeah, so let's go. What else do we got going on over here? The DXY is a little interesting this morning, right? The DXY is kind of like a slow motion train wreck. Right now, all that we need to focus on is two things. It's below this area of support, the bottom of the blue box over here, right? And it's below this area of this trend line, and not only that, we've come in for a retest and are resuming off of it right now. So we have right now that bearish bias on the dollar. That's all I could say. That could change very quickly. That could change by the end of New York closing today. All we need to do is come back above there, and then we go back neutral. But you remember, come back over here. Guys, listen, girls, ladies, right? We're going to take a look at gold in 1 second because yesterday I brought everyone's attention to that. When I said yesterday, everyone right now is negative on gold, but watch what's happening. But anyway, look at this over here. Look, I saw half the internet become bullish on the dollar over here just yesterday. And I was like, no, we just became neutral, right? What has gone over here has been, in my opinion, out of a phenomenal year, one of the best navigations that we've seen all year, because that's difficult, right? And right now we just turned bearish, but not too much is happening. All right, let's check out what's going on gold, right? Because yesterday, right, again, everyone in the world was not out of the woods by any means, but we said, look, this could be a place where we make a turn. I showed you exactly why, and I also said, right, listen, it's possible that we have to move that down to over here. That could happen, but right now I'm focused right over here, and look, we're bouncing off. It's a good sign, right? It's a great trade, only because why? Because your risk to reward, you know where you're wrong right away. Your risk to reward right into the resistance is fantastic. Same thing. What's going on with silver? Silver has maintained that better market structure than gold, right? And silver right now, it held the trend line. And now, look, it looks like it has the potential to close above this support over here at $23.30. It's a good place. It's a good place. Trading's all about risk management. Over here, the risk to reward is in your favor. You take enough of those all year long, and you're going to be profitable. Kips, I can't believe it. All week we've been on the same page, Kips. Thanks for all your wisdom. Thanks for helping everyone here. Everyone, not just Kips, right? Everyone here. This is, like I said over here, and this is the truth. I said, this an insanely positive and supportive community. You guys are all amazing, and I'm grateful for it. Biden press management praised the Fed and low interest rates. I mean, look, so the creature from Jekyll Island, right? I mean, whoever the president is, they don't have an influence on the Federal Reserve, right? They don't have it, right? That's right. That's true. I agree with you. You're right, Kips. You're right. Thank you very much, my brother. I mean, I appreciate that. But let's keep going, because all I care about is making sure that we stay in the flow. All I care about is making sure everyone has clarity, even when that means we don't have so much clarity. But clarity is also knowing. Do you remember right over here? This is where I said we started consolidating, you know? We tried to trade it out to the upside over here. I don't remember anymore. A couple of times, right? By the way, did everyone see? That's true. I need to be for sure. That's true. Did everyone see that Coinbase has stopped all margin trading, right? Thank you, Dominic. that Coinbase has Max and everybody. If you're asking this type of question, look, just pause. Do not look to enter any trade. Okay? Do not look to enter any trade at all. Take the posture of listening, watching, and learning, and maybe spend a week or 2 or 3 watching the channel, watching what we do until you understand what you're looking for. Guess what? The market is always going to be there, and there is always opportunity. Do not have any fear of missing out, but you need to invest in yourself. You need to invest in your knowledge. I'm not going to tell you what to do and when to do it. You'll never be successful that way. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. It's only going to be a quick look because we don't need to go. This over here is the hot zone, right? Anyone that was here remembers back over here when that was the hot zone, right? And we did have a pullback over there when we came into there, right? What was the pullback? Hold on one second, please, if you will. I think it was 7% pullback, right? But hold on one second. Let me see. Just humor me for 1 second. Sorry about the pause, right? Let's call it a 6% pullback. I don't know what it is exactly, but considering during the crisis we had a 15% pullback, that was a significant pullback. Here we are again about to make all-time highs or testing the area of all-time highs on Bitcoin. I believe this is where we're going to have the pullback. The market has gotten away from itself. Brandon put out a video. I'll share it with you afterwards. Brandon put out a video talking also throughout these areas of extension. When price gets away from the 120-day moving average, what happens? We're there again right now. Everyone is uber bullish on Bitcoin, and rightfully so, right? People are talking about, by the way, everyone understands that the Chinese miners have not been able to sell any Bitcoin for whatever reason because of big China. Is that coming to a conclusion soon? I believe the exchange, the largest exchange in China, what is it, OKED? I believe they're coming back online tomorrow where they're processing withdrawals. Does that mean Chinese miners are able to go ahead and they're going to unload a bunch of Bitcoin that they've been stocking up? I don't know. I'm not in the camp that this time is different. Institutions have put in a floor at 17,000. Guess what? Institutions are pretty smart about what they do. They're not looking to buy prices higher. OKEX. Thank you, my brothers. Thank you very much. My thought on Uniswap is that it's highly speculative. Oh, hold on. Let me finish over here. It's highly speculative, right? So look what's going on over here, by the way. We took out the last bit of swing high after testing the resistance. Watch with caution right now. That's all I'm going to say. Bitcoin is just a simple watch with caution right now. Ethereum. Thank you, brother. Cassidy, thanks, McMahon. Thank you for smashing that like button and helping support the channel. I noticed, by the way, if you do watch the afternoon updates and they do provide you any value, that the few times I ask people to smash the like button, those are the videos that perform better on Google. And I don't ask you all the day, I rarely ask it, but I should, But anyway, thank you for that. Wow, you're special. Look at this. You're special. Yeah. So would it be dangerous? JC, we had a 40% pullback in the last 39% pullback in the last bull market run. That's what I put out on Twitter. I'm sorry. I got to keep going. I got to find the flow. I don't mean to pause over here. But you guys' questions are always so thought provoking and interesting, and it's important. But look, when I put out a tweet asking, listen, when we have a 30% pullback, I'm really interested to understand what everyone's psychological mindset's going to be. I hope that everyone here is thinking of it as a gift, an opportunity, and we are already scaling in to buy that. But I'm wondering if the fear index is going to be off the wall and we're going to start seeing Bitcoin's going to zero and all that nonsense. I hope that all of us have the mindset to understand that it's an opportunity, right? And one of the most important things I want to focus on Bitcoin is not the price levels, like trying to swing trade this, right? By the way, can we get a thumbs up if you haven't yet for that swing trade that we put on over there, right? Currently up 70% on 60% of it, right? That's a big deal. But anyway, so what I'm trying to say over here is my job, and not just for all of you, for myself and for all of you, for us, is during this bull market is helping make sure that we are calm and collected throughout the bull market, right? And that goes for right now. Right now, as Bitcoin is close to the all-time high and everyone is euphoric, we're not, right? This time is not different. We're prepared for the coming and looking for the coming pullback. All right. Let's go. Ethereum, by the way, just broke into this. Look, we had that resistance there at 621. Ethereum was rejected over there, right? What's next for Ethereum? Let's take a step back of a second. LBJ, the video was pretty clear. So the thesis goes that altcoins should actually extend about 2 weeks further than Bitcoin. So and you don't need to time it like that, right? You need to squeeze out those extra drops, you know? Maybe if you ever drink a bottle of wine, are you the person that takes the last drop? If you're the person that takes the last drop, then you could try to exit your altcoins like to the perfect amount. Me, you know what? Exiting Bitcoin, right? When I let you know, hey, I'm exiting Bitcoin, and be prepared. Just like over here, by the way, I took a trade profit at 18.9032, right? And then you see price going up. Do you have are you prepared for that? Are you going to be able to exit Bitcoin when we see the exit signal and understanding that price might go up another $10,000 or $20,000? Are you going to FOMO back in? Or have you already done the math so that if Bitcoin reaches our price, calculations, that you've done your work and you could exit the trade and be happy exiting the trade? It's all a psychological game. That's why the markets are the same today as they were 100 years ago and they were 2,000 years ago, because it's all human behavior. All right. So Ethereum, I'm going to start getting it. I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to get into alts. I'm going to start focusing on alts. Brandon astutely was saying that he's focused on altcoins versus Bitcoin, not US dollar anymore, because that's where he's trying to make gains against Bitcoin. Everyone's looking to accumulate more Bitcoin, right? I'm pulling for Ethereum. Maybe Coinbase wants to safeguard its users. I mean, listen, Papa, I love the name, actually. I don't think Coinbase is looking out for its users whatsoever. Every time there's a ballistic bull move, Coinbase goes down. There's one thing you could count on in a bull market is that if price starts rising, Coinbase will go down. Coinbase is not looking for, but they are looking to go public. They are looking to go public, and perhaps they're getting rid of margin trading to pave the way for them to go public. Stacy Hubert, I believe is her name, Max Kaiser's partner. She said that they've been talking about this. They believe that there's simply not enough Bitcoin on the exchange for them to offer margin trading. She knows better than me. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm not going to get into alts today. Only I'm saying, look, they are over. They've made a ballistic move. You all remember our trend line on all the alts? That was the start of alt season, in my opinion, right? And that is exactly 6 months after the halving, right? But anyway, we're going to let them breathe for a second. They've come a little bit too far, too fast. We're just going to let them breathe. Let's focus in on the other markets. Let's check over here on Kips's nickel, which continues to look amazingly positive. By the way, I'm on the daily chart. Weird, right? But whatever. We're in kind of holiday mode right now, right? Look over here. After achieving, look, I want you to get the whole view that I have. Where's the best place to buy Bitcoin instead of Coinbase? I love BlockFi. There is a link below in the description. Cracking, Google. There's so many, like, there is not, 4 years ago it was a little different, and Coinbase was the best place and easiest place to buy Bitcoin. Things are a little bit different. Things are a little bit different right now. There's so many places to buy Bitcoin. It's not even including PayPal, right? Could you transfer? You don't own the keys yet. You can't transfer it out. By the way, eToro. Do we have any eToro users in here? Can we get a little bit in the comments if you use eToro? Just be like yes or eToro. Let me know. But do you know eToro is bigger than Robinhood? Binance is a little bit difficult for US. Anyway, you could do it on Binance. Boston, what's up, Brett? So this is the trend. This is Kip's nickel trade. This is a long-term trade. That's why I view it on the 3-day. This has got technicals and fundamentals pumping together, right? Multi-year, I do believe, trade that is happening. Don't like the spreads on eToro. Thank you for letting me know that, Daniel. I appreciate that. Luca's using it. Keystein, no. Mixed. Just mixed, right? Kraken is great. Kraken is not easy for onboarding these days, right? All right, let's go. So this is over here technically. I just wanted to show you the channel that we're focused in on over here, right? And you could see that lately over the past week or so, we've broken above this area of resistance, setting up a new leg, targeting the top of this channel over here next, right? Come back with me down to the daily chart, and you can see what's going on over here after breaking above this area. By the way, well, whether you trade nickel or not is irrelevant. There's still a lot to learn, right? There's still a lot to learn. There's still a lot to learn, right? I've always said, you know, my favorite drink is Bitcoin lightly leveraged. That's my favorite drink, right? So here we go. So I've always said that started yesterday. Someone reminded me in the comments. I was grateful for it. This, if we hold over here and resume off of over here, it looks great, right? We've broken above this next level. I'm highlighting that area of broken resistance. It's now holding as support, right? We've broken above, making a new swing high, testing local support. If we resume over there, it continues to look nice. Looks good, really good. What's going on with Palladium this morning? All right, Palladium continues to look really good. Do you remember? It was just last week on the live streams we started saying that these metals look better than gold and silver, right? Now they seem to be consolidating. Gold and silver seem to be doing that. They're making their move. Nothing to say here on Palladium except that it technically looks very good. Let's check out Platinum, right? I feel like I missed the opportunity on this one, and I also know myself, and I also know when I there's no way I could have got into a trade. This is the case right over here. All right, but we still have right over here higher highs happening. Technically, it looks good. I'm not even gonna. There's nothing to. It's not set up right now for close to an entry, so I'm not gonna spend too much time with it. I'm looking for what is set up for an entry. Copper 2 is just hanging out below the resistance. So I think it's silver and gold. It's time right here to shine. Let's see if they could get going. All right. Let's get into FX. Let's take a look around. Before we do that, let me stop in. I want to check out what's going on Apple and Amazon as the Nasdaq is breaking up, right? This looks interesting this morning for any swing trader on Apple, right? It looks interesting because we have the bullish. Remember, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've said that. We have the indexes now technically looking very good. Just Trader's Way. By the way, just a quick note to everyone. I can't focus in on the comments while I'm going over the charts. If you are saying or asking anything to me, do not take it personally if I don't notice. It's just not possible for me to focus in on your comments, right? And on the charts as well. All right. By the way, what do we have in over here today? 933 people. That's light for us. And we have 500 likes. That's heavy. That's awesome. Thank you, everyone. That is entirely awesome. All right. And tomorrow, too. It'll probably be a really light session tomorrow as far as the amount of people in here. But I will be... Thank you, brother. I don't mean to be. But, maybe, someone said yesterday in the Telegram group, they're like, man, Jordan's stamina is incredible. It's the furthest thing from the truth, right? I do suffer from, Lyme. Anyway, it's not the case, but I have to push myself. It's the only way. Great late morning, Greg. Great to see you. I have to push myself. It's what I do, you know, either which way. Thank you for the support, Justin. Thank you, John. Thank you for that. That means a lot to me. Could I invest? Why would you invest? For what reason would you invest in Bitcoin Cash instead of Bitcoin? Like, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. You'd have to let me know your thesis and why you would want to do that. Why would you not want to invest in the most promising asset in the world and invest in a scam fork of it? I don't know. Yeah. So it's hard, and I have to admit, you know, 5 kids also takes up a lot of energy. So it's hard. But anyway, I try my best and I keep going and I push myself. That's why I'm a little, maybe sound a little hard on myself. But at the end of the day, I'm a guy, honestly, with a big heart full of compassion. And it's not lacking on myself. I'm good with it. So here we go. This looks interesting to me, Apple, today, because the indexes are looking very bullish and we're now resuming off this area of support. You can see the higher high being made right now as we just opened here on the day. It looks good. Your risk to reward, you have your stop loss, obviously, below this little trend line support, right? You're targeting not only the top over here, which has a good enough risk to reward to be doing it, but then you would just take a small bit of profit and looking to break out. And at that point, the trade becomes a very nice trade. So Apple actually looks very good here this morning. Same thing with Amazon. I can't stand the gaps. I can't stand the gaps, right? That's what, that's what it is. Public markets. Yay. What about over here on Netflix? Doesn't look bad. I kind of like Apple. I kind of like Amazon a lot better. And Tesla flying towards 600, right? I wouldn't touch it with a stick. The risk to reward is not there, right? Risk to reward is not there. All right, let's take a look at the markets a little bit right now. Daniel, thank you very much. Look, Hailun, this is straight up 2 things. This is very important. Just sit down for 1 second. There's a video I put right on the channel yesterday. So if you go to the channel and you look at Ethereum and altcoin predictions, that's the video for you. It doesn't matter what altcoin you're looking at. That's the video for you. I could get into price action. I'm not going to today on alts. I'm going to start be doing that regularly. I'm not going to be doing that today only because the alts are right now overextended. I'm going to give them a little bit of time to reset before we start looking for opportunity. The opportunity is not there right now. The most important signal is that alt season has begun. Right on time. Alt season's begun. That's signal. All right. Right now, everything's a little bit overextended. Back off. Wait. Patience is everything. Patience is everything. The market is always going to be there. Take the right opportunity. Don't be in a rush. If you're in a rush, you're in a rush to lose money. So I don't get into individual projects though. I'm not researching which it's the same thing I do on the indexes, right? I'm not researching founders and the teams and what their value props are, and it's highly speculative. Not much else to say about that. Who wants to look at FX? I know I do. What's going on with Brexit right now? It's getting a little, like that. What's going on, Sam? What's going on? New Zealand, big shout out. Here we are. As the DXY is approaching a breakdown, we see the euro is approaching a breakout. We have Fed minutes today. Is that a big deal? We have the FOMC meeting minutes today, right? It's usually a non-event. I can't expect it to be an event today. Let's just follow what's going on in the charts, right? I want to see it. Rather, we're going to go from the euro, US dollar, right into the pound US dollar. All right, that's what we're going to take a look at right now. So this is what I see going on. I see this on the Australian dollar, US dollar as well. I also see it on the euro, US dollar, the triangle pattern. It could break either way. We're ready for it either way. We're getting close, I do believe, where the US dollar will be back in play. It has been since the first week of August, right? With a couple of tries, with the one try over here for sure, right? That the dollar has been out of play. I think we're coming right now to another time where the dollar will be back in play. Just be aware of that. Let's Before we look at the Australian dollar, US dollar, let's look at the pound US dollar. So you see a rising wedge, and the rising wedge would look a little bit more like that. So that's a better look, right, than mine. And then we got this trend line over there, right? And I'm very hesitant right now about the pound because of the ever ongoing evolving situation. Earlier in the week, we were hearing the possibility that we were going to get an extension. That seems like the EU is trying to float that out there, hoping it sticks. At the end of the day, all the EU wants is to prolong this process as long as possible. I believe that Prime Minister Johnson said that's not going to happen, that they're looking to exit. They're not going to take an extension, and all of their positions still hold firm. We'll see what happens. I don't know. You can watch what's happening technically. You're dead on. I see the rising wedge that you're pointing out to us. That's even a better look right there. So let's just keep it like that, and we'll keep watching, right? The one thing that you have to just factor into all of this, if the dollar breaks down, right? It's not an easy puzzle to put together when you have the whole Brexit situation going on. If the dollar's breaking down and then all of a sudden we get a hard exit, if I look at the euro British pound, I see right now that that's pricing in a weaker pound as we went from like, oh, we might get a deal to no, there's not going to be any deal. Nevertheless, over here also, we're now back towards that resistance area. Does it look clear to you? I mean, for me, I'm just like I could sense myself. My spidey senses are telling me just to avoid the pound. That's where I am on that. Australian dollar, US dollar, breaking out here above the triangle. You see the Australian dollar actually leading the euro US dollar over here, where the euro US dollar is still within this triangle. We've now broken out over here on the Australian dollar, US dollar. This level of support I have over here should be a touch lower. I have it over here. You can see this like little touch, and then these touches. Well, I'll just keep it there. It should be a little bit lower, I feel like, towards the top of these bodies. But, rough sketches to keep you just understanding that that's what TA is. So that looks interesting over here. Resumption off here is something to consider, especially if the dollar starts breaking down. What else? New Zealand dollar, US dollar. We're checking out all US dollar pairs here, right? And that's resuming off here this morning. I don't know what to do with that. I guess that's the hesitation in my voice. Why don't I know what to do with that, right? So, by the way, if you normally a rising wedge like this, it's a bearish pattern if it breaks down. But if it breaks out to the upside, this thing is going to catapult. Nevertheless, it's not for me. But it does look entirely bullish, no? So we see in the commodity pairs definitely appreciating versus the US dollar. So I'm checking out the Canadian dollar as well. It's lagging compared to the Australian dollar and US dollar. Australian dollar looks good to me right now. Australian dollar, US dollar. I know even though you don't look at moving averages, it bounced off the 200-day moving average. But, right, that's true. It did do that, right? And what is that, the third touch on this run? But at the same time, it bounced off of my trend line. So I don't need to consult the moving average, right? Because that's why. But that's good. That's positive that it bounced off the 200-day, That is. Have you noticed a 3-day trend line? I'm not sure what a 3-day trend line is. A 3-day moving average? It's not something I look at, right? It's not something I look at all. Catapults are not for me. That's good. Yeah. So what else we're gonna look at over here? I want to check out some yen pairs. We checked out all the dollar pairs. Let's now move over to all the yen pairs. All right. eToro, think about it, is bigger than Robinhood. Yes, it is. We have a Fed insider now working on the inside of the GOV. Absolutely. Before I look at the yen pairs, let me stop at the pound New Zealand dollar. You can see her right now trading into some support. By the way, good call out. If we break down over there, right? We've had a couple of peaks below. There's more support right below it, but that becomes very interesting. Samuel, go to the beginning of the live stream where we looked at what's going on the indexes. So, do you think the dollar will weaken when price goes up more soon? No. We just got lost. We just got lost. By the way, I'm not here to give any type of a trading advice. I'm not going to tell you, yeah, go ahead and buy leveraged Bitcoin at 70% of your portfolio. That's for you to figure out, right? That's for you to figure out 100%. That's for you to figure out. That we're here to go just look at the charts together, see what's going on, talk about the markets. If you don't know what to do, don't do anything. All right? Yes, Yellowfin, 100%. BlockFi is not for trading. BlockFi is not for trading. Yes, you can exit Bitcoin or buy Ethereum with Bitcoin and or other stable coin, but it's not for trading. It's not a trading platform. Are they going to make it a trading platform in the future? I think they should, but I don't know. Rod, I'm not on it whatsoever. Right. I don't understand. Oh, you're saying we're into some resistance? I mean, there it is right there. That's what Rod's pointing out to us all. That resistance right over in that area where we have that rising wedge. But I'm focused on the dollar, and the dollar looks like she's trying to break down over here. And if the dollar does break down over here and we take out the yearly low, we're going to have everything break out above this resistance. You're seeing it happen right now on the New Zealand dollar. You're seeing it happen on the Australian dollar. And, resuming off here, dollar breaking down. I'm a swing trader, a momentum trader. I'm not chasing them. I'm going with the momentum. I'm not chasing the momentum. I'm preemptive on my entries, but I'm going with the momentum on a swing trader's from a swing trader's perspective. All right, let's go. What else we got going on over here? It's so funny. This is the funniest session we've ever had with 858 users in here. 858 viewers in here. And 628 likes. That's insane. We've never had those type of metrics before. Let's keep going. I want to focus on what's going on with the Japanese yen pairs before we get anything else. I want to have this good feel for the markets. Bitcoin still maintaining above that area. So, right, we all know what we're looking for here. We're in the hot zone. Careful up there. Let's start over here with the New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. I'll work my way up. So interesting. Looking at a weak yen this morning. Looking across the board, by the way, I'm seeing the yen is unchanged first. The pound, Japanese yen. The euro is also unchanged. And it's commodity currencies that continue to lead. Yen is stronger than the... What about this, everybody? What's going on with WTI? It's also up on the day again. What's going on with the Canadian dollar? What's going on here? Are we coming in for a retest of this small trend line, or are we just being rejected? This is resistance right over here. Let's get it on the chart. Let's see what's going on. Right? So here's something to talk about that's really important. I was watching the Australian dollar, Japanese yen, very interested in it very much, coming above this trend line yesterday. You could see that conquering the markets kept us out of a trade. There's no entry, right? No entry during London, kept us out. We're now below it, but watch out over here. A breakout back above, right? Overnight tonight during London could still offer a very nice opportunity. I'm watching for that. So watch for that. Right? That would be, by the way, that would be more along the lines of the entry that has no name. But I'm trying to see if there's support. You see over this area over here? Is there support right there where we are? It's iffy. There's a touch there again. It's light. I buy it. But if we get a breakout making a higher high at the correct entry during London, above that trend line, above this high of over here today, that could be something to watch out for. Lots of percentage of viewers, high percentage of likes, your core viewership. That's right. No question about it. Rico Funk, you're all over it. No, and I think, by the way, I think tomorrow there'll be very few people here, but I'm going to be here. And, even if we spend 1 hour, just going through the markets exactly as we did today, that's what's important to me. Lance Armstrong, right? We all know that he juiced. We all know that he juiced, but we also know in that sport, a majority of the field is also doing the same thing. No question about it, right? Lance Armstrong, you can't cheat. He cheated. He got caught for cheating. He's a cheater. But at the same time, what he did was obviously impressive. There was, on New Year's Day, Germany, I think his name was Ulrich, called up Lance, or Lance calls him, and he's all hungover. He's all hungover from celebrating New Year's the night before. And he's like, Lance, what are you doing? And Lance is out there on a 100-mile bike ride, training. That's where I'll be tomorrow morning, doing what I do, right? Those who spend the most time on their craft, all of a sudden, they're performing the best. All right. Top 20. That's true. Mike Tyson is fighting this weekend. You got to support Mike Tyson, right? Wow, I didn't know this, Andre. Lance Armstrong was nearly bankrupt. So this reminds me of Kanye, right? But Lance, who was almost basically bankrupt and came back and became a billionaire. Lance Armstrong was nearly bankrupt. He put his last penny on an overstock and made 100. Wow, that's phenomenal. That's absolutely phenomenal. I didn't know that. I'm glad to know that. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you, Alan. It's just so important. So I feel like I'm trying to make something happen. I'm not going to make something happen, right? Euro, Japanese yen. Similar to that Australian dollar, Japanese yen trade we talked about over here, right? And I'm going to show you why it's similar in 1 second. We're being rejected right now and pausing at resistance, right? But watch it break out back above. A break above here becomes extraordinarily inviting for me. I'm not looking earlier in the week. I was kind of looking for a Japanese yen possibly move into risk off. I'm not feeling that right now. I'll be aware of it. I'll be a little late. I would not take the resistance right here. We're into resistance. I would not be looking to short here. It would have to prove itself more. So I guess what I'm figuring out to myself is that I don't have any clarity really whatsoever. So that's what it is. I love that's the best line ever. Wait, was it Uber or was it Overstock? Russell's up 5% though in about 2 days, right? So just here we are. We're towards the top of this a breakdown over here, below over here. That could take us back down quickly, back towards this 1695 level. No question about it. Maybe even over here, there should be now. I'll move my support level up to focus where the market is right now. We got new support over there, right? So a breakdown over there, but right now this looks extremely healthy, right? It has to pause over here. It has to pause. It looks good. Harry, I can't believe this. Sorry to hear about that. Also in the U.S., just a lot of people can't be with their families. It's absolutely horrific. So Euro US dollar is knocking on the door over here. The dollar is looking for a breakdown. The Euro US dollar, let me show you first look at the Euro US dollar, right? I mean the Australian dollar, US dollar. You see that triangle that we're breaking out above here, right? So the Australian dollar is stronger than the euro. Look at the euro versus the dollar. It's still towards the top inside there, right? A breakout above here, right? That's going to be targeting this trend line over here. So the euro's not the play yet. The euro's not the play right now. Let's check out the euro Australian dollar. We should see the Australian dollar much stronger, right? But that's still consolidating. I don't touch that. And that's it. That's it. It's a short session today. Is there anything you guys want to pretend this is a Friday? Let me pull up Kip's. I'm gonna pull up Kip's channel so that we could go out today with his outro. It feels like a holiday to me. It feels like a Friday session. If anyone wants to talk about anything, let's do that now before I put on Autumn. Kips, is it okay if I play Autumn? No? Gold we've looked at. Watch yesterday's session when everyone in the world was writing off gold was when yesterday we said, you know what? Gold and silver can make a stand over here. This is just a happy Thanksgiving to you too, Joseph. This is just a pullback on the indexes after the breakout. Just everyone is very clear. We had the breakout. Now we're coming in for the retest. All right? This is healthy price action across the indexes. It's all very healthy. It's all very healthy price action. Nothing else to say about that. Beautiful. Congratulations. Great news to hear about that. We'd love to hear about that. Should I sell? Listen, if you don't know what to sell, don't sell anything. But don't ask anyone what you should do, right? And by the way, nobody's short anything in a bull market. Nobody's short anything in a bull market, right? Nobody's short anything in a bull market. All right, let's play some Kips, and then we'll see what happens after there, whether we stay on or not. Figure it out. Gotta send me a track, whichever track you want, as long as I have the rights to Eli and the Mannings. Kips. Love it. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you for that. It was awesome. That's awesome. We really like that. That was a great way to end this sesh. This was one of the most unusual sessions we ever had in many ways, including that we actually have right now more likes than users in here. All right, everyone. Thank you, brother. Look at this beautiful comment. Listen, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for being here, and I'll talk to you later. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Thanks, everyone. Have a beautiful Thanksgiving if you're not here tomorrow. And I'll talk to you soon.